Hello everybody, my name is Mathis and welcome back to some more of The Long Dark. Alright, so today I have a mission from the heavens, but really not actually from the heavens. I'm going to do a little bit more exploration today as apparently there is a bow and arrow and it's in an area not too far from where I am. It's in a place called KATIES secluded corner, supposedly. So, we're going to drop a couple of things here. I hope these don't end up rotting. Oh, they can cure. All right, cool. We're going to let those cure up. And we have enough to go out, I think. Yeah, we're good. I think we just go out and explore. So, I have a general idea as to where it is. I kind of want to see if I can find it on my own, outside of, like, the general direction in which I'm supposed to explore. And then, if I can't find it, I will end up looking at a map, trying to get to it. But all I know is it's off to the left of the church, I guess. Should not be. I'm hoping it's not too hard to find. And if it is, well, then so be it. My goal, actually, is to maybe use some charcoal to map it as we go. But apparently there's some stuff there. And a bunch of other stuff that I apparently missed in the whaling house. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to try to check out as much as I can. This little area in the map is actually very resource heavy, it seems. There's a lot of stuff to be looting here that I just didn't know existed. And probably useful to know exists in future playthroughs as I, you know, try out maybe interloper difficulty in the future at some point. I'm also excited to see what the story mode is going to be like, which Chapter 1 comes out next month. August, which is crazy because this game has been in early access for like 3 or 4 years now and has just honestly gotten so much better as time has gone on. To think that we're so close to the 1.0 release is crazy to me. I don't know how the single player is going to play out. I just hope it's going to be cool. I hope it's going to be a little different than the way the sandbox goes, with some new and interesting mechanics to play with. And hopefully a really interesting story to play with as well. But I won't sit here and you know, I don't know too much about what to expect from the single player, essentially. I've kind of kept myself mostly blind when it comes to it. Alright. So, enough rambling. I did hear a wolf. I should be careful. I have a couple of flares if I need to, and obviously a gun with a heck of a lot of bullets. The bear is going to be down that way, so we should be fine and pretty free from the bear. Now, I don't know where I need to start looking. So there's a mine here. Why don't we check out off to the left? Because I know it's not directly off the road. I know it's pretty off the beaten path as far as I know. So we'll see if we can find something off the beaten path. And it is called, supposedly, KATIES secluded corner. Alright, well. I'm trying to see if I can get my way around invisible walls here. I feel like old World of Warcraft invisible wall hopping all over again. I used to do a lot of invisible wall hopping back in Vanilla WoW. There was some really cool, just like, developer off no zones you could go to back in the Vanilla WoW. God, I miss Vanilla WoW a lot. But, like the Dwarven Airport or Old Iron Forge I used to be able to glitch myself into from time to time. You needed the help of another player who would be willing to duel you and polymorph you. There was the Dancing Troll Village that you could go to. So many cool areas that were just hidden away, that were just ignored. Old Iron Forge is just one of my favorite ones. There was parts of the Undercity that were completely blocked off as well. Man, back in the day, it was really cool. Really enjoyed it. Alright, how about we check over here and see. I'm not too concerned. Let's pop this so I know I've been here. But let's also check it. Oh, this is empty, so I've definitely been in here. So we'll leave that open. Because apparently I didn't open it last time. And we'll do like a little hunting. Ooh. See, this to me screams secluded corner, Mathis. Check it out. But I also have no idea if I've been here before or if this is where I came from at some point during my excursions. I'm pretty sure it came from this general direction. Right now, kind of my eyes are peeled for little zones that, maybe not so easily seen. So let's go ahead and mark this on our map. So we are over here, I guess. Alright. Let's check up here. This looks like a corner to me. But maybe not. If we can just make our way up around the invisible walls. I don't know why, but trying to get around invisible walls is giving me major WoW nostalgia. I'll probably end up resubbing to World of Warcraft again sooner rather than later, even if it's only for a month or so. Just to relive the nostalgia bomb. This all looks very climbable, but it clearly isn't. Or at least not in the way that I expect it to be. See, okay, maybe over here. Nope. Nope. Alright. Oop, oop. Let's not fall too far. Don't want to sprain an ankle. Alright, well. Not it. And if that is it, then there should not be so many invisible walls there. How are we looking on food? Yeah, we're fine. Easily have the rest of the day ahead of us. Old man's beard, very, very useful, even on its own. Okay. I think it's the mine I came from. Yeah, I'm thinking this is not right, but there's something up. What I am noticing is there's something up there. First of all, this corpse is clearly, but it looks like there's a sapling over there as well. I'm curious how we get over there. Maybe I can just get across the road. I'm just seeing if there's a way I can loop around. I don't want to get myself too stuck. Yeah, let's not go crazy here. Let's swing back. We'll sprint it a little bit. Still have about probably like 3 or 4 more hours of daylight left. I'm hoping we'll be able to get back in time. That's my biggest enemy currently, is just time and temperature. And if we don't get back in time, we could end up freezing to death outside. But hey, that's the risk you take. I swear to God, this is where I actually ended up coming from initially, so. I want to go up that way, but at the same time, I'm actually more interested in what's up there. And I don't think the way across is that giant tree. That'd be kind of weird if it was. Alright. Maybe we'll go this way. Rabbits are everywhere around here, which is nice. However, they are tempting me up there, and it does look like there's a pretty clear path up this way. But that, I mean, I'm assuming those crows are there specifically to draw your eye up there and be like, hey, something up here you can check out. KATIES secluded. We found it. This is it. We found it! Heck yeah! Oh, there's a dead animal up here? Oh, shit. Oh, yes! Katie's secluded corner was Katie's survival corner, it seems. Somebody was living here. Interesting place to call home. No shelter, really. But a deer that has been pretty ravaged from top to bottom, however. I already checked that. Let's grab some meat off of this. Ooh. No, no, no. Take it with the frickin' hunting knife, Mathis. Hunting knife. Kind of just gonna leave the rest, I think. Walk around with a little bit of meat on us. Oh, is this Katie? Katie's secluded corner. Is Katie died in the corner kind of thing? Well, we did see... Yep, here it is. Maple sapling.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Well, you kind of have to. There, Skippy. All right, let's get this back. Daylight is precious right now. And we have a bow. Now, do I have to repair the bow? Is that something I need to do? It's not in any of these either. That's weird. Here it is. We can equip it and we have one arrow. I can relax it, or I can draw it. All right, let's put it away. Now my guy has a gun on his back as well as a bow holstered over his shoulder. That's kind of cool. That is like quintessential survival look, if I do say so myself. That's like endgame survival. You got a gun and a bow? That's some pretty sweet stuff. You still got to play cautiously because the animals can still freaking kill you. Specifically bears, but if you play it smart, you won't have to concern yourself too much with it. Yeah, let's grab some rosehip while we're here. A little bit of extra medicinal supplies. Awesome. There's a wolf. Let's be careful. Let's put some distance between us and him. Get ourselves on the road. Wind is picking up. Weather is still fine. At least we're doing fine when it comes to the weather. And I couldn't feel better about our situation right now. If I was playing smart and playing solo and all I wanted to do was survive, I'd probably hunker down here in the lighthouse area for possibly forever, because we have so many rabbits. However, I'm thinking my best bet for survival, if I was to, you know, play solo or you're doing this by yourself and you have the kind of tools at your disposal that I have, your best bet is to probably find I forget what it's called, but it's like a, not a shack, but it's is it like a ranger's house? It's by a lake and there's plenty of places to ice fish out there. Also, plenty of rabbits roam around out there. I sprained an ankle? What? How did I sprain an ankle? Huh? Okay. It says from a fall, but I'd argue that I fell at all, game. It just kind of said I had a sprained ankle. That's bizarre.
I need to lay down.
You don't need to lay down. You need to get back. You're hallucinating injuries at this point there, Skippy. You are hallucinating injuries, and that's a problem, sir. That is indeed a problem. With a sprained ankle, does that mean I can't sprint? I mean, I didn't try because there's no point in, like, testing it, but I assume it means, like, slowed maneuverability. I don't know, man. I don't know how he sprained his ankle in the freaking first place, to be honest with you. Stupid. He fell much higher heights. I don't think I even fell. I know I'm whining, but still, it's annoying. We made it back. Let's drop another sapperling here. And we'll put the meat upstairs. How's everything else looking?
Might have to drop some gear.
Yeah, we're going to drop it outside. I just want to make sure we're not leaving anything cured on the ground that needs to be taken outside so it doesn't end up dying. Honestly, successful mission, man. Very successful mission today. I like this lighthouse more and more. This is my first time ever really staying at this lighthouse for this long. And it's a nice little change of pace. Am I still organizing by weight? I am. Yeah, let's drop. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, where is it? So hopefully these don't rot. I didn't know these things rotted afterward, but it's kind of silly that they do. We're going to take the venison because we're going to need the food when we sleep. There we go. I know there are some people out there, by the way, and I'm saying this because I'm looking at what we've done today and the amount of time that's kind of lapsed, but there are people out there who really don't like when I do under 20-minute episodes, but I also tend to do over 20-minute episodes every so often. And I apologize, but with this series in particular, I really like to end where it feels right instead of trying to force more out of a session that could potentially not really matter. So I like to go into an episode with a goal, and if that goal is met, then I'm happy. If it's not met, then I try and meet it to the best of my ability within 30 minutes or so. And we did meet the goal here, so I'm probably going to end up wrapping up the episode around now. We still got time we need to burn because the sun isn't down and my character's exhausted from carrying around so much weight. Yeah, he's hitting exhaustion at this point. All right, let's drink some water. We're gonna have to heal up our, or at least boil up some of the water that we have sitting away. But we have plenty of calories to get us through the night. Our character's exhaustion should melt away at this point. And I think this is a good place to end it. We're 18 minutes in. I apologize it's not 20 minutes, but we hit what we wanted to do in this particular episode. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section below by hitting the like button. Your support means the world to me. And as always, I'll see all of you next time. Bye-bye.